My name's Ian Fuller. I work for Capgemini, and my role is as Contract Governance and Ecosystem Director on our Skills Funding Agency account. As the Skills Funding Agency's IT partner, there are a number of suppliers and partners that we manage on their behalf in terms of a contractual relationship, and Blue Sheep is one of them. So Blue Sheep are one of about 60 partners that we have as an ecosystem of partners here on this on this account. So Capgemini manages the contract itself. So Blue Sheep subcontract through Capgemini to the Skills Funding Agency, whereas the actual working relationship from a day-to-day basis is handled directly by the client, which is a good thing in our eyes. Capgemini certainly has an expectation around behaviours with third parties and suppliers. You know, we're looking for collaborative effort, we're looking for openness, responsiveness, etc. And I would say that working with Blue Sheep, they've been pretty good. Capgemini has quite a rigorous, thorough contract with our client, and part of that contract means we need to flow down some of those rigorous terms to third parties. And when we started those discussions with Blue Sheep, they were very open, they were very frank, and they were very accommodating. So they did work with us to accommodate most of those flow down terms and conditions. So I found them very, very good to deal with in that way, because we always focus on the client. So it certainly seems from my perspective that the client is getting what he wants. It's getting a supplier there that delivers, that's responsive, that's collaborative. And from my perspective, trying to facilitate that contractual relationship, they seem to be very accommodating to us, very mature. They push back when it's right. We don't want things made too easy for suppliers. You know, our job is to be ensuring we get value for money. But they've been quite mature in their approach to dealing with us through to the client. In terms of value for money, because it's fundamentally, or because the structure of the contract is fundamentally legacy, so although they're now contracted through Capgemini, they're effectively continuing to deliver what they delivered previously. They have enhanced it, and they have grown the service. And again, to me, the real judgment on value for money is whether the client feels they're getting value for money. And from my perspective, I don't hear anything that says they're not. So that's a good thing. It's a very difficult environment for suppliers here, as we find, as the client's IT partner. IM Services, the piece of Skills Funding Agency that handles the IT, sometimes have to deal with some very challenging timescales from their client, and that therefore gets reflected down to Capgemini and our suppliers. And Blue Sheep, in the main, have been pretty good at responding to those tight challenges. They have an account team that's faced specifically onto the account, which is good, and they do seem to buy into the collaborative mindset that we want from our suppliers. Do I like working with Blue Sheep? Yeah, I think I do. Yeah, funnily enough, some of the individuals in there have got very similar family circumstances, so it just reinforces the fact that they're people, and they're good people, and yeah, I enjoy working with them. Well, I found them good to deal with. We've got relationships with them up to the highest level, which is helpful, something we always like to do, and they've always been pretty accommodating, pretty flexible. So yeah, I would recommend Blue Sheep.